That's really
sweet
quick. Who's
stuff.
on birth control at the table?
Oh no. No.
I've never been
Don't
on
have
birth
sex, you
control.
can't, no.
No.
I'm on birth control.
Why?
What you mean?
I
Why?
gotta shame you
I
for
have
this,
a child and I don't want any more.
But like,
Not right now, at least.
but like, do you think it's healthy? Like, has your trip with birth control been healthy? Because every woman is different. But do you feel like it's not that bad? Like, it's not hurting you in any way?
I'm not. I use the patch, so I'm not like on it every single day. But I do use it if I know I'm probably gonna have unprotected sex, so that I can prevent things. It's pretty immediately effective, so like I literally just put it on if I'm gonna have sex. And
I didn't even know that the patch was like that. That's crazy.
yeah, and so
Does it mess with your cycle at all?
if you, it doesn't. It literally can actually help regulate your cycle if you
Oh,
have
that's
an
what
abnormal
that's what
cycle.
every doctor says. But yeah.
It does though.
That's not
When you
from the
take
woods.
the patch off, like on your off week or whatever, if you do choose to wear it regularly, then you have your period on that week. So it's like pretty regular. If
Do you ever feel like it's just unnatural? Like it just
very
might
much
not.
so.
Like,
Before the patch, I wasn't on birth control for probably like 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. But before that, I had the implant in my arm. I got it after I had my kid, and that lasted for like 3 years. And I didn't really have any issues on that either, aside from like the putting it in and taking it out was kind of just unpleasant because it was like literally an implant.
yeah, it's
in
a
your skin.
damn near surgery. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was kind of odd because it did feel very unnatural. Like even though I didn't have any like super weird side effects, like not having a period for extended periods of time, I legitimately chose to take it out because I was like, I want my body to kind of do what it's supposed to do for a while.
Try to be natural.
Yeah, and I haven't been like regularly on birth control since that. I just got the patch, like I said, for emergency purposes only.
Yeah. I'm just use a fucking condom. What the fuck,
I'm
man?
allergic to
Crazy.
latex, and nobody likes fucking lambskins.
Oh yeah, I could definitely understand
Yeah,
that.
they
Yeah,
don't
that's
stretch
great.
like
Wait.
latex
So like,
do.
I mean, why are these guys pull out games so weak? Like, what the fuck? They got leaky faucets or
Well,
something?
I'm not. I don't really interact with a lot of people at one time. I'm like a serial monogamist, so I be fucking with
Oh
like
no,
one guy at a time.
I mean, I know.
And so
I
it
know
gets
women like
like
to only fuck one man at a time.
real. Yeah, so it's usually like a more of like a situationship kind of thing that we got going on whenever I get involved. But right now, I'm not fucking with anybody. But it's not so much that their pullout game is weak. It's just that I want to be safe,
Yeah.
just in case. Anything can happen.
You really think that you should be sleeping with guys that like you'd be scared of having a baby from them? Like I just think that those guys are just fucking losers and like they don't even deserve like a fun night with you.
Realistically,
Because like
no.
if you can't even have a child with them, it's like you don't even deserve a fucking night with me.
Yeah, but being a single mom, I wouldn't want to create another child and not have that support.
Yeah, but like
with it.
so just see, this is where I'm gonna get roasted. But you just gotta stop sleeping. Just stop fucking people at all. Like I know that sounds horrible, but like it just.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and if I were to choose celibacy, that would be cool, And I don't necessarily have a lot of sex, but I'm very particular with my mates.
But so like like you said you would be interested in marriage possibly if the right person ever came and stuff like that, and like one of the big reasons why I preach celibacy for the women on this show is because if you stay celibate you're going to have more opportunities to possibly find that husband.
Yeah,
because
sex clouds your judgment.
Yes,
and it keeps you in the same spot.
Yes,
for
you
a
get
long
digmatized.
Time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And those
I
guys
agree.
are just siphoning energy from y'all, and it's just like
literal incubi.
Yeah.
That will literally attach to you and stay attached to you for years.
Whatever, y'all are succubuses, man. Women are way worse.
When we want to be, but
no, women are succubuses. Don't blame the guy. See, like the thing is, like if a guy's doing that, it's always the woman's fault. Like y'all know already what it is. Like you know that you shouldn't be doing that. You know you're living in your hedonism. You know he's just gonna dick you around and not take you seriously. You know he got 5 other girls that he's doing it with. You know all these things, and sometimes y'all just don't want to ask the questions or you don't want to realize it. So it's like
sometimes you care about somebody enough to where you really kind of just want to stay in the dark about it. To be honest,
you got to stop caring about those people.
That's just what it is.
Though, man.
And it's a hard situation to be in as a woman sometimes whenever you actually do care and it's obvious that this isn't going anywhere, but you care so much that you can't quite.
And how's your
That's
kid? That's
how you get hurt, though.
She's 6.
She's 6.
She'll be 7 in October.
Okay. And like, do you want her like? Does she already have a good male figure around, like maybe a uncle or brother or father or anything like that? And if she doesn't, do you really want if you don't have one of those male? do you really want to find a good male to like have that, or does she have a good father that she sees often, or what?
She knows her dad. She doesn't see him all that often. He doesn't live here in Dallas. But that's definitely very important, and it's a huge factor in dating or in me finding a mate in general. He does have to be a paternal figure for my child. So, I mean, it's not necessarily full on taking over being the father because she does know her dad, but as far
This is an
as
example. It's not even that he needs to be like the full-on father figure, but
yeah, no,
an
I definitely
example of
that's a
how he
part of it.
treats you, how he,
Yeah,
you know,
him
uh,
my
yeah,
daughter's definitely factored into that.
yeah,
We're a package deal.
yeah, yeah.
So,
No, so I just want to, I really want you to know, even for her life, for the next 10 years, like you say, you're not that worried about married, like you're not looking, it's not that big of a deal, but I really think that when you make it your goal, when it's just like anything in this world, like if you plan for failure, like if you fail to plan, then if you
plan to
failed,
fail.
yeah, then you
Yeah.
plan to fail. Yeah, my
Mhm.
bad. But yeah,
I
so
got you.
whenever you do those things, like, or when you sit there and you plan to just not really care about it, like you're not gonna be able to open yourself up to the right guy possibly. And like I would highly suggest, not sleeping with certain, like it's really easy to Chad chase. It's really easy to accidentally start fucking certain calibers of men because men date down or men fuck down so easily. And the next thing you know, you like have these certain expectations from men that are based off of guys that you fucked in the past. And it's like you shouldn't even have those expectations because that guy was just kind of fucking down.
Right.
And like I just it's not even about you right now, honestly. Like honestly, I'm saying all this because I want your daughter, because I see a lot of women that come on this show that have no males in their lives or anything, and they only had a mom or they only had women in their life, and next thing you know, they're not exactly misandrous or they're not exactly like hate men or anything, but they're just horrible with men and they just don't understand them at all, and then they go through life tumbling downhill because they don't understand like men at all. They've never seen like a good relationship with them. And so like I just would highly suggest like changing certain parts about your life and actually pursuing and looking for a man. And I know that sounds crazy because a lot of women are like, what? I'm not supposed to pursue, like the guy's supposed to come to me, but you really do. And I'll explain why in just a second.
Oh no, if
And
I see something I want, I'm gonna pursue that.
okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
yeah,
I'm not one of those sit back and watch type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people.
me
I
If
neither.
I
def
see somebody I like, I'm going to make it known that
well,
I'm
that's good.
interested.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's good. I just want to make sure that like you're always doing that. And like I said, for your daughter, it's not even necessarily for you. Like it will be good for you too, but she's gonna have a way better life in the future if she has a habit of seeing like you with a man, he's treating you right and doing all
Yeah,
that
it's
cute
for
shit.
me, but it is for her to see for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah,
and it's definitely a big thing as far as like if I don't see him as a paternal figure, it's probably not going to work out, and that's just how it is. I can't separate the two because my child is very much like with me a
yeah.
lot of the time.
I got to ask really quick, and nobody else has kids, or does anybody else have kids? No,
No.
no. I got to ask really quick. Does anybody know what their purpose is? Do you know what your purpose in life is? What's your purpose?
Just to be here. I'm just
Living.
Mhm.
every day is a good day.
Yeah, that's good. What do you think? What's your purpose?
For me, it's definitely helping people have a better, healthy lifestyle.
Better healthy lifestyle. What's your purpose?
Mm. I'm a big, like you said, but I just feel like I want to impact a lot of like not even people, but just a lot of different like things in life. So it can really get really deep. But
Just want to impact people
yeah, definitely.
in general. Just impact people.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would be broad.
What do you think your purpose is?
Uh, I'm still figuring that out, but I think that whatever it is, I'm meant to speak. I'm meant to say things.
Yeah, speak your
Yeah,
heart.
yeah.
I would say that you're the woman on this panel that's living the most in your purpose, and I'll explain to you why. You have a child, and I truly believe so. Like I really believe that like men, um, if I was 50, 60 years old and say I did nothing with my life, like I didn't create anything, say I lived, I just had a normal 40-hour a week job, I just worked under the boss, I just did all the normal shit, bought the house, did
Without
all the stupid
emotions.
normal thing, I would be depressed at 50, 60 because I didn't build anything. I didn't add to this world. I didn't write a book. I didn't grow a tree. I didn't do anything. That's what makes men depressed because we were meant to, like I was saying earlier, little boys like to play with things. We like to build things. Women, and for y'all, since my purpose is to create things, build the world, build these buildings, build everything that you see around us, women's purpose is to create people. That's something that I can never do. I'm never going to be able to create life. Y'all can. So y'all's purpose is directly tied sometimes to creating things. I think also spreading God and Jesus to people is also a purpose, because that's spreading light, like that's spreading gratitude, that's spreading devotion and love to others. So that's always like a baseline across the board purpose for all of us. But then there's an individual, natural, moral law that we all need to follow, and that is women create people and men create things. And I truly think that if you don't want to be depressed at 50, 60, you want to have kids. Because when you have kids, that's what you're living for at that point. You're not living for yourself or what you think makes you happy. You're living for the thing that your body and nature literally made you to fucking do.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you, and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process,